I have a question for you. What comes in your mind when you hear story about Canada? Is it
Staggering number of these students never make it back home, except in coffins. Yes, coffins.
Making people to leave this country.
Something that isn't correct.
So I'm leaving Canada in about a week.
I was skipping meals, basically, because I was struggling to afford my food and my rent.
Why are so many people leaving Canada? And am I about to leave too?
What's up, good people? This is D Talking and welcome to the topic. Today I have something special for international students. Please consider subscribing, like and share. By doing so, you'll help this channel to grow further and reach more people. Follow me in this video. I will explain everything in detail shortly. This video is for those who want to be international students, and I have 7 things to consider that will help you to acquire or to gain more information about Canada. So the reality here is completely different. People are claiming, oh, we are leaving because they have high cost of living, the taxation. Yeah, that's real. And remember that it's not only Canada that is struggling to maintain or to level the economy so people might have a decent quality life. It's all over. It's worldwide. Don't fall into social media trap. And this is the topic. Okay, without wasting time, let's dive into those 7 things to consider before you wanna be an international student. Okay, number 1. Keep this in your mind. Know well the place you are going. It might not be in Canada, it might be US or one of the European countries, but you have to know the place you are going. How? Know the weather, because a lot of people are coming from tropical area where it's very hot, and sometimes it will be really difficult for them to cope up with the cold, especially here in Canada. And sometimes we people from East Africa, from hot zone or the place where really it's very hot, take some time to fit in, not because we are struggling with culture shock. No, also weather like winter and snow will contribute a lot to delay to cope up or understand the environment, because sometimes cold, extremely cold, will makes you frustrated and feel stressful, and always you will be in jackets and all heavy clothes that you're not used to. So know the place well where you're going, and also apart from knowing well the place, you have to at least initiate contact with someone who was born here in Canada. By initiating contact or relationship with, not maybe friendship with someone from here in Canada, not friendship with benefits, a friendship with the intention of knowing the place. Like this person from Canada will guide you, will help you, will give you the overall story about the weather, politics, culture and everything, economy, lifestyle here. And if possible, invite that person to your country so that you might exchange contact. Photo records also helped a lot in the process of acquiring visa, or in the process of applying for a visa, because they will ask information. Do you know anyone from Canada? If you know anyone from Canada, do you have photos or any memory proof that you visited here in Canada, or this person visited in your country, like receipts, you went to the restaurant or fun place, purchase things that shows that you were in contact with someone. And this also will help a lot when you're applying for a visa, because whoever is processing your visa will see you have a relationship with a Canadian, not with benefit, I'm repeating again, because that will ring a negative bell. So do something positive so that you can acquire more information, like I said, especially from someone who knows well Canadian lifestyle. Point number 2 to consider before applying for that student visa: know Canadian culture and traditions. Keep this in your mind. Canadians have their own way of addressing issues and matters. So by exposing yourself to this knowledge will help you how to fit your culture once you landed here. And this also will minimize some conflict between your culture and Canadian culture, because prior to come, like I said, that you learn and understand. Just know the don'ts and do's. Like if you're from East Africa, Here, same-sex relationship is normal, but in East Africa is forbidden. So when you understand that, will help you to fit in and to have a relationship with those kind of people, and that will minimize some crashes and culture shock, and you will focus on your studies and also learn how the society operate things here. Just like I say in my first point, that once you know the place where you're going, initiate a relationship with someone from Canada, a person who is genuine, a person who really like to guide foreigner or immigrants to know and understand Canadian culture. By doing so, you'll have that general knowledge about lifestyle. Canadians have their own culture and tradition, how they do communicate, how they do business, and that will help you to fit in. Yeah. Point number 3, learn about social structure. For example, most of Eastern Africa, we are coming from extended family, whereby a family might include auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, mom, cousin, all of the close relative. We might stay in the same house, and during lunch or during food time, we gather together as a family and eat as extended family. And sometimes you might visit even without making phone call. But when you are in Canada here, it's more individualism. By saying so, they are not stingy. It's not nepotism. It's the social structure, and it's good because it's how they are. It's like how Eastern Africa are extended family. So why am I bringing this up? Because a lot of international students are struggling to cope up with the nuclear family, because most of them are coming from extended family, and sometimes they might find themselves alone, and that loneliness leads to depression, leads to drug misuse, leads to joining bad groups, because they need that group, because they were born in the group and they grew up in the groups. So it's kind of tough to leave and stay alone. And most of international students are in group, but from the different angle of the world, so they don't know each other. So that disconnection from extended family or from their culture sometimes leads them to drugs misuse, leads to death, and sometimes it's lead to demand things that really not making sense because of that frustrations. And when you see this kind of conflict we have right now between international student and the government, I can say it's 50-50. Sometimes it's students ignorant because they didn't put effort to learn more about culture or social structure here, and forgotten that to know the way they did things back home, it won't be the same in here. Once you have that knowledge, in the moment of pursuing your education here, will help you to find a proper group that suits your culture, and that will help you to study well and achieve more in your studies. Point number 4, politics. Know the politics wind here, because politics is everything. So understand how Canadian politics flows, and that will help you to find groups that suit your ideology toward the politics. And by engaging with Canadian people, like I say, that they have huge website that you might study and know exactly how politics plays in Canada. Point number 5, understand and learn laws. First, understand and learn your rights as an international student, and second, learn and understand the limits of your rights, because currently we have this conflicts between international students and the government. The students are demanding to be given PR right away after 2 years because they were promised that, I don't know. And second, skilled workers are demanding to be given extended time. They're just demanding, they are not requesting or trying to reapply. So you see, there is a limit, because this country has its own way of conducting things. It's a sovereign country that it has its own constitution that immigrants has to obey and follow. And before coming to Canada, I will urge you, or I will request you or suggest you that just search on Canadian website about laws and don'ts and do's that will help you to venture, and how to, when you are in trouble, you will be able to know your rights, or how to approach the problem so that you can be in a good term between the government and you. And also, I can give this a recommendation. Canadian society is very good and protective. They love immigrants, and they are willing to accommodate and teach immigrants about Canadian culture. They won't force you to leave your culture. They just want you to understand them, so that once you are applying your culture, you'll be able to fit in, that your culture won't affect them and Canadian culture won't affect you in a negative way. So I will suggest it's to cut the long story short, because this is a comprehensive topic about laws. Just ask any Canadian you are in contact with to help you and learn and understand. So once you are here, you will avoid the things that we are facing right now, because you will know what to do according to what the law says. I want to emphasize something on about learn and understand the Canadian laws. Like I said, that we have conflict here, and people are trying to demand, not trying to approach this matter in a diplomatic way. And just understand, Canadians are known to being polite worldwide. It's what I knew since I was a teenager, and it's what I have been seeing here. And this country is great. There is gun control. I am an immigrant here. You won't be stopped for no reason. Police officer knows what to do. They went to school, so they know what to do. And there is no racial segregation in the public, or somebody call police on you because you walk somewhere or you pass somewhere. And here you won't be touched or beaten unless you go to in the wrong groups, and someone won't hate you for no reason. Like I said, that someone won't hate you for no reason, especially if you want to be international students. Consider putting this in your mind, that once you got that opportunity to be in Canada, you will be safe here. What this society needs you is just to appreciate their environment. They won't force you to do anything. That's why you see even some international students are beating elders in drive-through. They are, once they got their license, they're just breaking the laws on the road, just drive carelessly. So to be honest, if I invited someone from outside in my home and he's starting or she's starting ruining everything in the house, I will say something, or I will overreact, right? Because I want that peace to be back. So same. So what am I emphasizing here? I'm saying like this: if you are an international student, you have your rights, and if you see something is not adding up, report it, and the system will help you. Or talk to people who knows how to defend immigrants. There are a lot of people here knows what to do, and they will help you. Don't be stranded. Don't join bad groups that they are going for hunger strike because they are demanding a certain status in the country. So be caution for that. It's just some emphasis on that. Cheers. Point number 6, very, very important: financing and banking. Keep this in your mind. Canada has high cost of living. Just to know, cost of living here is very high. Housing, transport and communication, food, and you will be taxed a lot, and you will pay high school fees because you are an immigrant. International students are complaining, those who are already in here, that they are paying more school fees than local people. Put this in your mind. This is for basic information. Whenever you are in a foreign country, you'll pay more in any service more than regular Canadian, especially if you are a tourist or you are coming as a student, because it's what it is. In terms of school fees, international students pays more than local Canadian, because Canadians are sponsored by the government. It is what it is. So before coming to Canada, just make sure that you have learned the financing overall image or performance of this country, because also it will help you what to buy or what not to buy. where to go for fun, where not to go for fun. It will help you to be a really good stewardship of your financing, and that will help you to save more and send something back to your home country to help your family. So the status will change when you are becoming a PR or a citizen, and you will be paying regular school fees, and you will get even scholarship for your schooling. So just be aware, learn the things that will help you a lot once you are here. Point number 7, and the last one: the school, college, or university of your choice. Once you have made up your mind that, oh, I'm going to Canada, make sure that you know the school, college, or university you're going to be enrolling. Because there are a lot of scammers, there are a lot of ghost schools advertised by foreigner agents who have been given an opportunity to represent the government here. They will just give false information because they want to make money. And there are a lot of agents, there are a lot of people who have that title offered by the government to assist the government to process visa. And make sure that, one, know the school you are going in. Find out if that school is registered and it's recognized by the government and the local people. Just do your deeper research to know the school. Find out the alumni who graduated from that school. If possible, make contact with them. Ask them questions about that school. Ask them about the school fees, ask them about the school performance, ask them about the school fees, ask them about the environment of the school. Just don't be in a rush. Step by step, and you will get it right. Because life here is very comfy. You'll be deceived in the social media, but once you landed here, you will be frustrated, and it will be difficult, and you will be in pain because of what you have lost: time, money, and your culture. Just know the overall school fees per term, and also find nearby the housing cost, food, and transport. Here in Canada, a lot of people are driving to save time or commuting in the public means. So just have that entire knowledge in your mind and study it, learn it, ask a question, write email. Even in the government website, they have assistance, AI or whatever. Ask a question in there for more information about schooling system and everything. You'll get it right. And remember, the more you get knowledge about this country, the more you'll get that advantage of cope up and easy, and you'll succeed in your study. So that's all. We have got those 7 points to consider. Please do your extra research and find out the area of your interest so you can study. And then after understanding these 7 things, then go to your computer, pull up those information, fill your form, and wait for your feedback. Because you'll come here already, you have the knowledge that you seek, and it will help you to venture and fit into Canadian culture. So cheers, this is D talking, and this is the topic.